Hello, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to talk about the top 10 tips that increase your push-ups fast. Push-ups require the strength of your chest, shoulders, triceps, and even your core. So, it's no surprise that the number of push-ups that you can do is closely linked to the strength of your upper body. That's why push-ups are used to test overall physical fitness by organizations like the police, military, and even in schools during gym class. Push-ups can also build up your upper body without any equipment. They can even be done at home. So today, I want to share 10 major tips that helped me increase the number of push-ups I could do literally 5 to 10 times. The first important thing to do is to make sure that you're performing push-ups correctly with proper form. Now, I know this may sound like common sense, but you wouldn't believe how many people I've worked with that think they know, but they actually don't know how to perform push-ups properly. One of the common mistakes I've seen is when someone doesn't brace their core, and that causes their spine to round either up or down rather than staying in a neutral position. Not only can this lead to a lower back injury, but it can also make the exercise easier when you drop your hips or harder when you raise them. Another common mistake is flaring your elbows out too far. You want them at about a 45-degree angle from your body. A good tip to prevent your elbows from flaring out is to slightly rotate your hands outward before planting them on the ground and beginning push-ups. This will naturally rotate your elbows inward. One last mistake that you might make if you're a beginner is positioning your hands too narrow, which is great for overloading the triceps, but it will reduce the number of reps that you can do overall. So, the way to do push-ups correctly is by first getting down on all fours with your hands slightly rotated outward and spreading them slightly wider apart than shoulder width. Then, plant your toes into the ground behind you and get into a push-up position while squeezing your core and glutes so that the back of your head, your hips, and your heels end up in a relatively straight line. Then, bend your elbows and lower your body down until your chest is right above the ground. And finally, push yourself back up until your elbows are straightened. Now, the next tip to increase your push-ups is many times overlooked, even though it's the lowest hanging fruit, which is to lose body fat. There are a couple of reasons why gymnasts and people who are good at calisthenics have low body fat percentages, and one of the most obvious benefits is that they have to overcome less resistance when moving their bodies. The same is true for the push-up. The more you weigh, the harder it'll be, and the less you weigh, the easier it'll be. This is actually contrary to the bench press, where people are generally stronger the heavier they are. This is because, unlike a push-up, bench pressing doesn't force you to lift your body weight. To get a better idea, we can look at a study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research that found that on average, you have to push up about 64% of your body weight when doing push-ups. So, if you weigh, let's say, 200 pounds, you'll have to push through 128 pounds of resistance. Meanwhile, if you weigh 150 pounds, you'll only have to overcome 96 pounds of resistance. So, it's obvious if you want to be able to do more push-ups and lose excess body fat. Another tip that can help those of you who are advanced as well as those of you who are beginners is to use kneeling and inclined positions for doing push-ups. Hope so that you like my video. Thanks for watching.